here's the conspiracy theory, Adam. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know if you know this, but Thought Slime and the Surfs regularly stream together.
What? I did not know that, and I
Okay.
should.
I don't know if regularly. I know that I think they stream together pretty often. Okay.
Terrifying.
Maybe just
terrifying.
Sometimes. So here's the conspiracy theory. Maybe Thought Slime watched our conversation with the Surfs.
Saw
the Surfs get blown the fuck out on critical race theory, and then decided that he needed to create a counter narrative that the breadtubers could draw on. But he needed to do it quickly, and so that's why he just kind of shat this out with no research very quickly.
Blown the fuck out.
That's just a theory. That might not be true. That might not be true, but that's just my conspiracy theory, you know.
I think that was my favorite clip on the Clip channel when you blew him out, when you blew out the Surfs on race theory.
Just natural brain smarts to do the subject any justice. But if you just want a simple answer to the question, what is critical race theory? It's that. It's that thing I said. If you're looking for an answer to the question, how come everyone's mad about it? Stay tuned. Now, it doesn't sound...
Why is everybody mad about it, Sitch?
Because it's terrible and racist and bigoted and anti-American democracy.
Yeah, well, also, you got a bunch of people who've been raised to see society as a colorblind society, and now people are actively telling them that's racist. So you've had all these people socialized, dare I say indoctrinated, with this philosophy that we should treat all races equally, and now you're saying that just saying striving towards that is actually just lip service, and that you really haven't done.
But think of the argument that he's just made. He's saying, you know, he gave this very bare bones definition of critical race theory. He said, "That's it. I'm not going to explore it further. I'm just now going to totally pivot to why people are mad about it and totally strawman that." This would be like saying, "I don't understand why people are so against fascism. I mean, I'm not going to look into the history of fascism. I'm not going to look into examples of fascism. But look, here's the definition of fascism, okay? It's about, you know, the word fascism just means a bundle of sticks joined together. It's about strength through unity. That's all fascism means, guys. It just means strength through unity, okay? That's all you need to know, you know, when I then pivot into now talking about why people don't like fascism and totally strawman them. I don't have to go into any further detail about fascism.
Do you know that the fascists and the Marxists were at one time in league? Did you know that?
Yes, they were in league to destroy the terrible centrist.
The fascist and the Marxist wanted to achieve the same thing, but the fascists thought you could only achieve it on the national level, and the Marxists believe you could achieve it on the world,
global level.
On the yeah, exactly.
Well, that's why. I mean, that's why. As much as they hate to say it, that's why Nazism is called National Socialism.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep.
Though, I mean, to be fair, though, there is another key difference is that fascism focuses much more on ethnic groups, where communism obviously focuses on class groups, not ethnic groups.
Yes.
But it is believing that whole strength through unity, you know, power of the people, collective, you know, stuff.
But they found a way, and this is where the cultural Marxism, which is, I know, triggers Thought Slime, so I'll say it again, cultural Marxism. This is the whole idea behind the cultural Marxism being blurring those lines, saying, well, a good way to discern class is through race, which is just, that's so evil. Like, there are black people that actually have money, guys. I know it's hard to believe with this stereotype going around that the left is always talking about, oh, blacks, poor people, poor, living in poverty. It's like, no, that's so wrong. Why put that stereotype out there? I would hate that stereotype.
Explosive X for €5.49 says Edinburgh University has recently renamed its David Hume Tower.
I know.
Over the philosopher's comments on matters of race.
To George Floyd Tower or something like that.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Is that true?
They threw David Hume under the bus for George Floyd.
Wow.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck about some tower. Who cares?
Hummer Eduardo Rodriguez Medrano for $5 says, that is so obvious. I studied history in Mexico and I learned about Mexican history mostly. We didn't even study World War I. True.
Exactly.
Very true. Cruz Buggin for 279 Canadian says, so I assume show some respect to your Canadian fans. If you're a Canadian and you're watching or listening to the stream, obviously you're one of the few elite Canadians, okay, who is super amazing. And obviously, since you donated, you have free will, critters. Okay, you have free will.
Special Forces Canadian. We have
you have evolved beyond petty things like race or nationality. You are a true enlightened centrist.
Very much so, yeah.
But all those other Canadians,
Thought Slime in particular,
controversial. Just that institutions and like society-wide trends can have a meaningful impact on your lived experience. But there are a few reasons that it is. The first is,
you know what's going to really impact your lived experience? When you think every single thing that happens to you, every single exchange that you have in public that doesn't necessarily go swimmingly is due to racism. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, that's really going to ruin your fucking outlook on life.
That's true.
To think that white supremacists are gang stalking you, that's really going to be helpful for your mental state.
Yes, that you cannot succeed in this white supremacy in every corner. Yes.
Oh yeah, that you might as well not even try. Why try to get that scholarship? You know, you're great at math, but the world is against you.
Is obviously, let's get this out of the way, some people like racism. This is a Thought Slime video, so you know I have to call something racist. That's the whole trademark thing that I do in every video.
So maybe he did see Surf's fucking video.
He did. He watched the debate. See, he knew, Adam. He's calling you out right now.
Holy shit. He is, isn't he? Isn't he? I got so many comments from people just that love the fact that I did that. We're cut at Sitch and Adam. We cut through the fucking bullshit here. We like to cut through the nonsense.
We should change our channel name to No Bullshit.
Oh my god! I take everything back that I just said.
So just to tide you over for now, okay. Like when a medieval king or knight eats a big turkey leg, that's racist. That's racist now.
See, all you guys, when you go to the Ren Fair and you get your big turkey leg, now you got to wonder, is this racist? Am I being a racist right now?
It's funny because he's saying this as like, I'm going to pick something random as a joke. But
I know.
I'm sure that if you talk to an avowed critical race theorist, they would say that the fact that America has these Renaissance fairs and these jousting shows is just proof of their Eurocentric white supremacy racism, because you don't see them having medieval Asian shows or medieval African shows or medieval Indian shows, right? Why is it medieval European night shows?
Do I really have to answer that?
Yeah, we know the answer, Adam. It's because of racism.
So let's see. The solution to that.
The big turkey leg is racist, Adam.
The solution to that is for us to find some other culture in the world and appropriate that culture as our history, right?
You're right, but we're not allowed to appropriate things. That's cultural appropriation.
Really? Oh, we can't do that? Oh, shit.
It's almost like no matter what you do,
you lose. Yeah, it's horrible.
What is the line from War Games?
Have you been to Ren Fair?
Of course.
Okay. Of course. He's like, of course. I like cleavage.
The only way to win is not to play.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'll be honest. I've only been to a Renaissance fair once in my entire life. And there's and you know why?
You went for the cleavage, right?
Yes, actually, there was a girl I liked in school.
He's like, should I lie here or not? No,
okay. there was a girl I liked in school who was part of a Renaissance fair, so I went.
Of course,
I went to hang out with her. That's the only time I've ever been to a Renaissance.
Was she hanging out with you?
No, she worked there. She was one of the Renaissance.
Oh my God, she was one of the wenches.
She was in. Like they always have the chess games.
Yeah.
Like she was like the queen or something in the chess game.
Oh, in the chess game?
So I was like, I gotta hang
the
out.
zero
Yeah,
sum chess game.
that's right.
How'd it go?
It went all right. It went well. It went well. You know.
Good for you.
You
Ren
do like
fairs
at the
and-
Renaissance Fair, they wear those amazing like push-up bras where like their tits are like up to their chin. It's like, oh,
I know.
fantastic.
I didn't want. I was dragged to the Ren Fair, kicking and screaming, but that was the pitch. Come on, Adam, you'll love it. There's
By
cleavage
who?
everywhere.
By whom, sir?
A friend of mine, a guy friend.
Okay.
He loves Ren Fair. Like he would go every year. He's like, you got to do Ren Fair this year. I worked there for like 3 weeks. I'm like, dude, you're kidding. Like who wants to hang out at Ren Fair for 3 weeks? That's nuts.
better than Ren. I mean, I've only been once, but better than Ren Fair was I love those jousting shows where you get to watch them like attack each other on horses, and they give you those like the turkey legs. They give you the big like custom Cornish game hen meals. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, there was good food, and there was. I mean, I couldn't complain about the cleavage, man. It was everywhere. Like they got their game going. I think that's why he worked there for 3 weeks.
Probably.
Kings and knights are canceled. Anyway, some people like racism.
Wait a minute. Desert Runner for
Who
5
likes
Aussie bucks says.
racism?
Desert Runner for 5 Aussie bucks says, Sitch, you missed my super chat from last week. I demand satisfaction. Desert Runner,
We already gave
I
it.
yeah, I guess you came in late. I literally read your super chat right in the beginning of the stream and apologized for your amazing super chat that I missed.
Yeah. And I got angry because you super chatted on my live stream, and I didn't know you were coming out as S class. You traitor!
Class!
You traitor!
Or unconscious. And they think racism is very good. So when you're like, hey,
Who would think racism is very? Oh wait, critical
Richard
race
Spencer.
theory. Well, and critical race theory, yeah.
Critical race theory.
Richard Spencer, who's now endorsed Joe Biden.
No, he endorsed Abraham Kendi's proposal that it's racist for white people to adopt black children.
Yeah, the horseshoe is real. You've convinced me after all this time.
All this, it's so funny. Like, you have best-selling anti-racist author was saying about how it's like white colonizers who are adopting black children.
Yeah,
terrible.
Yeah, it is terrible. And you got Richard. Like they should do a collab.
And Richard Spencer literally retweeted it and said, like, this is true.
Yeah.
Let's do something about all the racism. They're like, nah, racism is tight. Let's not. By no means is this the majority of people or the majority of people that are opposed to critical race theory.
You know,
at least that's fair, right? He says that that's not the majority of people opposed to critical race.
Oh, yeah, that is good. That's good. Yeah.
That's fair.
But you know, Richard Spencer is like
due.
maniacally rubbing his hands together about like, oh, these critical race guys, they get it. They're like racist too.
Well, no, he's trolling.
I think they're both, but I think that a lot of the critical race people are patently racist against white people. He wants the accelerationism. He wants it to reach. He wants the race war.
So I'm glad you brought that up because I had forgotten. I want to talk about this, but I had forgotten. So someone had said something in a tweet, and I looked into this. I couldn't find the exact sourcing, but so apparently Ibrahim Kendi, if I'm saying his name correctly, the guy who's his best-selling author for how to be anti-racist or whatever.
Yeah.
When he was in college or high school, he thought two things. He thought white people were aliens.
Nice.
He thought white people were aliens, and then he revised that.
Are we the good? Hold on.
Yes.
Which kind of alien? Like the xenomorph? Are we like the terror? Or
Yeah,
we like the good aliens?
You know, they have that white people have a secret mouth that, like, when they unhinge their jaw, it comes out and it sucks the blood.
Don't leave me hanging, man. Don't leave me hanging. Yes. Is it the arrival or is it the fucking?
No, it's
like
the xenomorphs.
aliens.
It's the xenomorphs, Adam.
Oh my god.
We're not friendly octopus monsters trying to communicate through painting. Okay, we're ripping out the throats of innocent people of color and ingesting our eggs in their chests. Okay.
Well, the acid blood is at least cool.
That's true. But then later he revised it. He went down. He downgraded. He said, "Well, humans aren't white people aren't aliens, but there are a different species of human than people of color."
Oh my!
So
God.
he went, and I couldn't. And I want to find this. Apparently, he wrote an op-ed about this in college that I was trying to find, but I think it's been erased from the internet. If anyone knows, send a link to me on Twitter because I'd love to read it. I'm assuming that he got sucked up into Nation of Islam, Yaqub
Sounds
bullshit.
like it.
So, yeah.
Oh my God. Parasitic aliens roaming the universe.
Right.
But obviously they exist. Let's just get out of the way. Moving on. The second reason is because critical theory was first developed by the Stinko Pinkos at the Frankfurt School. Hearing that something was created by a bunch of Marxists is enough to get a significant portion of people to reflexively assume it's designed to take away your freedom and make guns, soda, and the Bible illegal somehow. Like if we admit that...
Here at PSA for Sitch and Adam Friended, we don't want to make soda illegal. But we do want to drive poppers out of existence. Down with the poppers. Soda forever.
When he made the soda reference, this has to be like he is completely... He's sending us secret messages right now.
It's all about us.
Soda,
it's all about
thing.
us.
Like, I think he might be a fan. I'm starting to feel bad.
Maybe he's a fan. That's true.
Institutions can be racist. That means no.
No, but what I was going to say seriously, though, is that it's also very disingenuous because while it's true, if you find out that some ideology is created by communists or Marxists, I guess specifically, it should make you raise an eyebrow. And I shouldn't instantly dismiss it, but you should be critical of it. You should say, well, that's interesting, and you should look into it. And when you look into a series of thought created by Marxists or even if it's not created by, but bolstered by Marxists, and you find out that they don't believe liberal democracy can solve your problems and that a revolution is needed, it kind of seems like maybe then it's an existential threat to America. I don't know.